welcome to another episode of New to Me. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and today is part 3 of the Godox experience. That is what I am calling this. And today we are going to talk about their softbox. This is a 37-inch parabolic softbox. Let's check it out. This came with the actual package that I bought, and this is the real reason why I bought it. Besides the light is fantastic, but this is equally as great. Let's talk about it. First off, it comes in a very nice case. The material is not cheap. It doesn't feel like that really thin nylon. It is a very thick nylon, and it has a nice handle there. And let's go ahead and unzip this. And there's lots of room in the case. And on the inside there is kind of this plastic, but it is a little bit thicker. So it is very nice. And inside you get the mount ring itself. You get diffusion, inner and outer diffusion. You get this back half of the light. Now this is a kind of a 2-stage light. And you get the main stage of the light. And then you get all these different softbox tent poles. Now, normally, I don't like things like this. This is the reason why I got rid of my softboxes. I will most likely be buying an umbrella kit for the Godox. But for now, this is fine. You'll see how long this takes me to set up and how troublesome it is and why you should just buy an umbrella or something that's already pre-designed, very much like the GVM one, which I'll leave right there. The GVM one is not a very good one, but it does set up very quickly, but I'll leave it up there so you can check out that review. But let's get on and let's build this thing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to assemble this. I just find it easier for me to do this. For some reason, this is in 2 stages. You have this very big stage there, and then you have this little half here. I like to do it all up front. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna go around the edges, and I'm going to Velcro this down, just so that it's pre-assembled. Now, I don't know why they built this way. I really wish it were just one piece, but still, the material is very nice. It is a very nice plastic. It does have very nice silver on the inside. Your typical softbox material. And just like that, we are pretty much good to go. And there we are. That is nice and done. Okay, now there are these tabs right here. And what I had to do is I had to actually take like a flathead screwdriver and go in and kind of pull it up. That way that it just kind of opens up the pocket. That way I can actually get the ring inside. Otherwise I had problems getting the ring inside. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to put in all the rods. Now, like I said before, you may need to use a flathead screwdriver like this in order to get to kind of pry open these little slots at the top there. But now that's done, make sure that the whole thing is Velcroed nicely together. And let's go ahead and put the crease. I like to put it at the bottom. And the first thing you're gonna make sure is you're gonna make sure that your ring is nice and tight and it is not looping around. And let's go ahead and pull this up. And you're gonna drop this right in the center under all this stuff. And let's try to get it right in the hole there. And I am going to start at the top here and do 1, 2 here. Then I'm going to move to this 3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this way. And I'm going to now take this and pop this in like so. And I'm just gonna alternate sides. And that's really how I think, that's really the fastest method I have found. And you wanna make sure that you're pushing the ring down and that it's not gonna be inside out. You wanna kind of now take it like this and grab the ring and kind of force it through the back, and hopefully it won't come unvelcroed like that because that's bad. Let's go ahead and make sure that is velcroed together, and we continue popping this thing in like so. Again, I am going to be alternating here. Now, sometimes it is a little bit trickier, so sometimes I will, and it likes to flip inside out and do all sorts of weird things. pull the ring back and through the hole. There we go. I'll just do this. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of adjustment to get it going right. And there we go. That seems to be going really nicely well. And now, finally, that is starting to look good. Now, one thing you want to avoid, and I'll show you here, is you want to make sure that you don't get any kind of weird bowing. If this is not lined up with the crease, that means it's in the wrong hole. So what you want to do is just adjust and switch holes until everything is very nice like this. You want this to be pretty much lined up with the creases here. You don't want any outside bowing, because if the rod is bowing, that means you have not set it up properly. But that's it. As you can see, it is a tremendous pain in the neck. Now, as I go through this, you will get better. Sometimes will be easier than others. I still stand by the fact that I will definitely be buying a umbrella, because all I have to do is pop that open and set it up and go. And this is really super problematic. Or if you could find a parabolic dish, very much like the GVM that I reviewed, and I'll leave that up top and in the notes below. Don't buy the GVM because it's way overpriced, but you can get dishes like this that actually have the rods built in, so all you have to do is attach the metal, and that is much quicker. Very much like the new Aperture Light Dome 2. So this is very, very old school and not my favorite thing for run and gun, but it basically came free with the light, so I am definitely going to use it. But that's it. Everything looks really nice and ready to go. So let's mount the light and let's add the inner and outer diffusion. Now, one thing you will notice is that this has these very nice tabs for the inner diffusion. Again, sewn in really, really well. I am very, very impressed with this kit so far. Let's go ahead and mount this on a light before you put in the diffusion. Otherwise, you will have a problem putting this in. So once this is on, what I find the easiest thing to do is actually take the light off the stand here and line up the Bowens mount like this, and just drop the light in and twist. That is going to be your easiest way to mount this. And then just take the whole thing and mount it right back on the light stand. Rather than trying to put it on while this thing is on a light stand, that is going to save you a whole bunch of time. And there we have it. You saw how long that actually took. You are not running and gunning with this thing. I probably will never unfold this. I will leave this probably up. Now, I'm sure I will get faster as time goes on putting this together. But it's not something I'm going to be doing all the time. I will be getting an umbrella version of this simply for the fact that this is just too time consuming. And when I'm running and gunning, I just want to be able to pop it open and set it up. But that's it. That is the end, and I will move this back here so you can see it in all its glory. But that is it. That is part 3 of my super duper Godox review. This softbox is very nicely made. Now, I did look online from the last video, and the light itself is going for $159.99. I paid $149. So not only did I pay less for the light, I also got this amazing softbox. A pain to set up, but this amazing softbox, which works really, really well. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna demonstrate it right now. And there we have it, a very nice, beautiful light. Now, this is daylight, and I do shoot in tungsten in 3000 Kelvin, which is why it looks so very blue. But anyway, there you have it, a very nice soft light for $10 less than just getting the light in the dish. I got this awesome softbox. Again, for me, for running and gunning purposes, I probably will buy an umbrella that just pops up. But this is great for the deal. You're basically essentially getting this softbox for free, which is awesome in my book. So that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button to be notified when we post brand new videos. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is New to Me. And I will see you in part 4.